ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Road to Glory here on the channel. And today we're just gonna go over some of the 6BN content that we got. So the first thing that I do remember that we got was I think it's pronounced Wirtz, the Silver Stars, obviously because it's Wednesday, we do get that. And he's 70 rated, obviously, because with the upgrades, assuming Germany go far, he should turn into a 74, um, which is nice for people that want to grind for that card. And assuming a lot of you have already a bunch of silver stars in your team, this should be no problem. And another thing we got was the 82 plus and the 83 plus pack that also came out. And here we're just picking up Victor Lindelof for just to try him out, see how he does compared to Ruben Diaz. I don't feel like I'll ever replace Van Dijk, even if he might have some issues. And that was the setup because we also, since we completed Eriksen in the last episode, I wanted to try him out for this episode and see how he feels. Um, and so we're just gonna get right into a bit of a mini review as usual. We always want to have some form of player that we want to take a look at. And here, Eriksen, um, we gave him an engine because we felt like that was the most optimal chem style for him. I was thinking of a hunter at some point, or maybe a catalyst, but we ended up going with the engine, and he's been pretty okay. Um, for the engine, I think it goes to like 94 pace, something like that, and he does have that feel of 94 pace, but sometimes he just feels like he can just outrun anybody. But I guess that depends on the opponent, uh, just because like you don't want some guy like Eriksen just being able to run freely anywhere. Like in these examples where you get a decent chip shot with him. Um, so his shooting is pretty good. His movement on the ball is pretty good. I would say sometimes there's a bit of responsiveness issues uh, with him. I don't know if that's like my controller or the gameplay, but sometimes I'll ask him to like do a really simple. I'll do the LB pass, and sometimes it takes him a bit to get that off. So I don't know if that's necessarily him or if it's the gameplay or if my inputs just aren't going through. But there is that thing that I did notice with him. And then with Victor Lindelof, um, it doesn't really seem to have glaring issues. Obviously, we give him a shadow because we want to get that pace up, especially in this meta where obviously, as it's well known that people just play fullbacks at center back. So him having the shadow, it's supposed to give him 95 pace, but the pace split that he has is like really weird because the card says he has 85 pace, but it's 83, I think, in terms of the acceleration, and then it's like 88 for the 83 acceleration, 87 for his sprint speed, and that's somehow 85 pace, and then the shadow gives a plus 10 on everything, so 93 acceleration, 97 sprint speed, and his defensive stats just basically max out except for heading accuracy. I don't know how that's still in defending when sometimes I want to clear the ball away and they just head the ball back to me. So that's I still don't understand why heading accuracy is in that category, but um, he feels decent. I think he has like better ball control and dribbling than Ruben Diaz. So that is one of the plus sides with him. And yeah, that's basically it on the two players. Eriksen's obviously free, so he's definitely worth getting him, especially if you're a Inter fan or a Denmark fan because of the Euros, or if you just want a different Serie A cam to try out. He's a decent option for the price. And then Lindelof is, I think, like 2 informs and an 86. I don't remember the footage, but off the top of my head, I think that's what it is. Obviously, the price of Lindelof comes down to the SBC and with all the requirements. According to what I see on Footbin right now, he's 174k. So that's decent for the price of the kind of card you're getting. I think Ruben might have been around that price. He might have been a little over 200k, but I think getting Lindelof is a decent and a relatively affordable option, especially if you're into Swedish players, or if you want him for a Manchester United team or just a regular Prem team. I would definitely recommend, especially with the amount of fodder that people should still have technically going into this promo. I think you'll find him uh, as a good option. Obviously, if you run center backs, but if you don't, then just don't do this SPC and just keep your Mbabus and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the end of Lindelof and Eriksen, and we're gonna end the video with redeeming the 83. And we have a Twitch pack, which is number 7. I think we might get number 8 next month. But I think my Prime ends on the 29th of this month or something like that. So we might not get the next Twitch pack, but I mean, the Twitch packs haven't paid out for me like ever since they came out, so I'm not too bothered with that. And Twitch pack contains a player pick in it, which was decent. The actual pack itself was pretty bad. There's no walkout. And I'm pretty sure the player pick was a Koke, which is alright because he's 85, so we can get to use him into other SPCs. I still have to Quicksilver cover Gulashi, which is another 85 that we need. And then here we're gonna end the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.